Hello Internet, I have been to Paris a couple of weeks ago and I was in the market for a new bag and wallet, and thankfully I managed to score both. I knew that I wanted to get my hands on the Saint Laurent Sac De Jour, so I thought that I would go for that bag this time round. So I went to Printemps to see the one that I was lemming, which was Fog. As you can imagine, it's the grey shade. However, when I was there, for some reason it just didn't really strike me. It's a nice shade, but it just didn't make my heart sink. And had a look at the store, and then this shade in particular that I got caught my eye, but I didn't really want to jump the gun there and then, so I gave it some thought. And after I made up my mind and was sure that I was going to go for this one, I went to the Saint Laurent store, Rue de Faubourg de Saint-Honoré, and I picked it out from there. So this is the bag. It came in a box, which I will insert a picture of it because right now I'm using it to prop up my camera. Inside the box, the bag came in this dust bag, and the shade that I picked out was this one. It is called Oxblood, but in my opinion it is kind of a lighter, slightly lighter though, brighter burgundy. And this is the size small in the smooth leather. Okay, so this bag essentially is very structured. As you can see, the tabs on the front can be opened to bigger, and that would be quite convenient if you are planning to put it up with items, because when the tabs are closed it's not really as spacious as it would be when these are open, so that's handy. But personally I don't really fill it up to the brim, so I don't really find the need to open the bag and stretch it out. This tiny pouch at the front holds a lock. I don't really take this lock out just because the leather is so smooth and so delicate that I'm afraid that it might scratch it, so I keep it tucked in there, and I still think it looks nice that way. The bag that I picked out has gold hardware. This bag doesn't really have a lot of hardware going on, which I also like. It comes with 5 feet, which is quite a nice touch. I like that. So as I said, this is the smooth leather option, and this is quite delicate. I didn't really think it would be this delicate. I knew that I would have to kind of take care of it. If you're going to pick out this leather, just a tip: when you're storing this bag, just put the whole lock inside the bag. I just left mine out like that, and when I put it in storage it kind of slightly pressed and it left 2 very slight dents on the front, which I've kind of rubbed out and they're not really noticeable now, but I know that they're there and it slightly bothers me, so if you can avoid it then do. There is obviously a more durable option, but I personally love how the smooth leather looks. So this bag has 3 compartments, and only the middle compartment has zips. As you can see, it has a 2-way zip. So the other 2 compartments remain open all the time. So if that is an issue for you, keep that in mind. For me personally, it doesn't really bother me. The first compartment, which doesn't close, there are 2 smaller pockets on the inside. One is quite small, the other one can fit my iPhone 6 Plus exactly. It is quite a tight fit, not really comfortable, but it does the job. And then on the left side of the same compartment there is a stud, which you can use to attach the little key fob that comes with this bag if you're using the lock, which is this one. It has this press stud and you can just attach it inside the bag. I personally do not use the lock, so I don't really feel the need to attach it. I just leave it at home when I use the bag. The middle compartment is quite small, but it does the job at holding in a wallet or a phone, or both. And in the last compartment there is a pocket at the back that features a zip, and that is where I usually keep my phone. The 3 compartments are completely sealed from one another, so there isn't really any issue of your stuff moving in from one compartment to another, which is nice. It comes with a strap, which is quite handy, and you can attach this diagonally. The strap itself is quite thin, but it's really comfortable. So that's the bag with the strap. This bag is the small size. It's quite big. I do carry quite some stuff. I will probably do a what's in my bag. Or the only downside I would say when it comes to Sac De Jour is probably the weight. When I was in store, I tried on the grey one that I wanted at first, and it was much heavier than this one. The thing doesn't really bother me, but if it bothers you, keep that in mind. However, this one in particular is even lighter than other Sac De Jours, mainly because the interior is different. The grey one called Fog had the suede interior, which makes it slightly more heavy than this one. All in all, I've been really loving and enjoying using this bag. I think this is quite a timeless piece. I think that in due time this will feature as one of Saint Laurent's classic pieces. I think that this is beautifully crafted. I'm really glad that I opted for a shade that isn't so neutral. In the bag you will also find the care instruction card and also a piece of the leather of the bag that you would have chosen, which I think is really great. To use this to match stuff or to use cleaning products on it to test it out before using it on the bag. So that was it. I might do a what's in my bag featuring this one or what fits inside it. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please do let me know. In my next video, bye!
Open road, going home and stretching miles across.